Welcome back, everyone. I'm Robbie.
I'm Jye.
And we've got another romantic comedy that's hit the big screen, Crazy Rich Asians. Here are our thoughts.
Rach, we've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend. What about us taking an adventure east?
Like Queens?
Singapore, Colin's wedding. Don't you want to meet my family?
I hardly know anything about them. Every time I bring them up, Nick changes the subject. Maybe his parents are poor and he has to send them money.
We'll take a bags and get you checked into first class.
Nick, we can't afford this. So your family is rich?
We're comfortable.
That is exactly what a super rich person would say.
Crazy Rich Asians was directed by John M. Chu and it stars Constance Wu, Henry Golding, Awkwafina, and Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah, this is just a new romantic comedy. This time, Asians.
Yeah, stars a lot of crazy rich Asians.
They're crazy rich. They are crazy rich. The title does not lie.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty much there is. Before we go into it, there's not much in this film that hasn't been done before. This is really, it's just pretty much the setting is a bit different to what we're usually seeing. So pretty much, I've forgotten the main character's name. Rachel, they say it 10,000 times in the movie. How did I forget that? She gets involved with Nick Young, who turns out to be crazy rich. His family is crazy rich. She goes to meet his family. She doesn't know this, and it's just a culture clash. Really, it's just
trying to be accepted by Michelle Yeoh, who plays Nick's mother.
Yes.
And it pretty much becomes not a battle of the wits, but almost like future possible daughter-in-law kind of trying to come to terms with possible future mother-in-law and vice versa.
It really is, for a romantic comedy, it really is nothing new. There's no new territory here. However, the film feels so fresh and so fun.
Definitely.
This is a good movie.
It's an excellent movie.
This is really good.
For considering how reused its basic plot line is, what it does with that is, I think, very impressive.
Yeah. I went into this with no real expectations. I'd seen a lot of the good reviews and I was pretty surprised by them. And after having seen the film, totally justified. This is one of my favourites of the year.
Oh,
so
definitely.
far.
This is one of my favourite rom-coms in a long time.
Oh, for sure.
Did you feel it had a bit like a 90s feel to it? Like
100%. Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
it felt like those classic...
Yeah, because I'm a bit of a sucker for rom-coms. Like when they're done well, like not the kind of like Hangover style ones where it's a lot of crude humour and toilet humour.
Yeah.
The ones like Notting Hill and Bridget Jones. You've Got Mail. They're great they're great romantic comedies, and they're not so much laugh out loud films. They're just really feel good films where you laugh a bit, you cry a bit, you walk out feeling happy and content with life. Pretty much. This feels like that. Yeah,
it does. And I think the good thing about this is the characters are also damn likeable.
And extremely likeable. Even the unlikable ones are likeable.
And you actually feel like you want to, as corny as it sounds, it actually feels like you are there with them, like with Rachel, experiencing this journey and this new culture and these new people, and when it all comes together at the end, it's just it's just brilliant.
That's one thing I thought was done very well is when they go to Singapore, like you said, it feels like Singapore. And John Chu, the director, he has clearly allowed the the Oriental and the Asian feelings and vibes to seep through the entire film, and you feel the culture through the entire movie.
Yeah, even with the song choices, there are some very popular songs in there that are sung in the different language. Like it just adds that extra bit of this is different to what we expect.
Definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah. And I like how it also plays with, which is a theme that comes up very early in the film. Constance Wu's character, Rachel, she is, while on the outside she looks Chinese, like they say in the movie, on the inside, like her mum says, she is American. She's grown up in America. So it's not really just a culture clash between America and China. It's a culture clash between different upbringings within Chinese heritage.
Yeah, and especially with the whole, I guess, class, with the money.
It really plays with the upper class and the lower class.
Yeah, it's so different. It's such a, it just shows, pretty much the film basically shows, the different cultures, plus the different going how let's off this. Being brought up in not a poor family, but just a normal family,
a regular,
to this wild, extravagant lifestyle.
Definitely.
For everyone else, it's a good.
And I found the kind of like excessive lifestyle. It's not crammed down our throats. It's excessive as far as it needs to go for the plot and for the characters.
Yeah.
But it knows when to hold back and to really focus on the smaller moments in the film.
Yeah. While the lifestyle is excessive and that it's not done in a way that seems.
It's never overbearing for the audience.
Yeah, and it never seems like that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Either. There are a few parts, maybe like the bachelor party part that you keep mentioning.
That's the one bit which it's not that I disliked it. It just kind of ventured into that kind of hangover style comedy.
Was it just the male side of it or the female side of it got there as well?
I think a bit of both got there.
I liked that part of the film. It definitely felt a bit odd within the context of the rest of the film because it's pretty grounded for the most part. But yeah, the thing that really this movie really succeeds at is the characters, and there are so many different characters and their own troubles or side plots, and there's characters that I would have liked to have seen more of in the film that we didn't, which is a shame.
Yeah.
But I mean, there is a sequel that's already been greenlit, so before this one even came out here.
Yeah. So Constance Wu and Henry Golding are both very good.
Mm-hmm.
Constance's character, she's very sweet and timid, but she's very strong when she needs to be. She's a very strong character. Henry Golding as Nick is very good as well. He's very charismatic. He feels like he belongs in the world of the rich.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he does a great job of being the outsider, the guy who wants to break away from that kind of tradition and everything.
For sure.
Michelle Yeoh has been one of my favourite Chinese or just Asian actresses. I think she is excellent. And here again, she is fantastic as the very intimidating mother-in-law.
Yeah, this is probably my favourite role of hers, actually.
I think it is too.
Yeah.
And what I like about it is she's not two-dimensional. She's not just kind of like cookie-cutter, typical kind of like tyrannical mother-in-law. She is... There's a lot of basis to her more cynical side.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of layers to her, which I'm not going to go into for spoiler reasons, but there's a lot of things revealed through the film, and you're like, okay, I get where you're coming from. I don't agree with you, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah. The writing in this film is just phenomenal. That's another thing that just takes this generic story and just takes it over the top. The writing is done well. It's very, interesting.
Very good.
Yeah.
It always feels like it's trying to just move it along always.
I really am surprised that a movie called Crazy Rich Asians and it's about this subject matter has become one of my favourites of the year. But here we are.
Yeah. One last thing I want to say. Awkwafina, she's a very big personality, and on screen as well. Like her character is very kind of larger than life at times.
Yeah,
I thought they used her extremely well. She's never more than just the supporting character, which is good. She doesn't overshadow anyone, but when she needs to have her moment, they give her moment, and it's great. But it never takes away from the overall scene,
which is good because her character and her just personality in general could get grating in the scene, but I thought she was going to annoy me judging by the trailers, but she's never...
The back and forth between her and Rachel, who is her best friend pretty much in the film, is very, very well done.
She's just a highlight, as is, I think, what's Awkwafina's character's name?
I forgot.
So I feel really bad. Her family is all very like kind of wacky over the top comical characters. Ken Jeong is her father.
Plays the crazy.
Yeah, so they're a lot of fun when they're on screen.
He's typical Ken Jeong in this.
Of course. What are you giving it?
I am. I was a very high 4, leaning towards 4.5. I think I'm gonna give it 4.5.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm giving it 4.5. Okay. I love it. Yeah.
I'm going a very high 4. I'm not quite there yet, but this is a great romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Just a great movie this year in general.
Just the more thing about it, the more it's been growing on me, and seeing clips of it again at work, it's like, no.
And just before we go, the emotional aspects of the film really work.
Yeah, you saw it with Jacqueline, right? Your partner. So, and she cried, didn't she?
Yeah,
a few times?
It worked on her, and I never got to the point of tears, but I know you did. The emotional moments actually work, and they actually are powerful and impactful, and which is good.
How many times did Jacqueline cry?
I think there was 3 tear-ups there from her.
4 times I cried.
It's good. It actually works.
It's great. It's really, really good. Definitely recommend
I know this much. You will never be enough.
Yo, it's about time someone stood up to Auntie Eleanor. Well, you, not me. Oh, God. She can't know I was ever here.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this.
Ever since I can remember, my family has been my whole life. Rachel! Rachel!
If Nick chose me, he would lose his family. And if he chose his family, he might spend the rest of his life resenting you.
You nasty. You kind of nasty. You got nastier.
Glorious, glorious. Got a chance.
Alright guys, thanks for watching. Those are our thoughts on Crazy Rich Asians. Let us know what you thought of the film. As always, leave comments, like the video. We love to hear from you. Keep an eye out for upcoming reviews. We've got Book Club and The Nun.
Mm-hmm.
Until next time guys, we'll see you at the movies.